and he don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Texans on Sunday night.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Tonight, the third of three on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can...
Throwing on second down, Stroud. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll get forward for about a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Another run here with Harris. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Texans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this 1st quarter will come to an end. 1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Harris again. He works free, right side. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free.
Still second down.
Here's Wilson. Now he takes off.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On third down, here's Wilson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's on for the second time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Stephon Diggs and the rest of the Houston offense set to take over again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. On second down, Stroud. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A run with Harris. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. On 1st down, Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking them down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board just before halftime.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Texans offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go play action with Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Wild Card Sunday. Again, one more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up an exhilarating 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. These two teams leave in the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This one grabbed by Austin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Wilson to throw. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field. And we need to check this call. That's Washington, the man in motion. Here's Harris. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. 1st down picked up. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On 1st down, right back to Harris. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defense's strategy down here defending their own red area, Mike, is either takeaways or field goals. And I think after that last sack, this drive is trending a little bit more towards 3. A couple plays ago, it was looking a lot more like they were going to give up 6.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Next to score, Texans 10, Steelers 9.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. On the ground, this is Davis. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Davis. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. One quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That one incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Stroud. We'll set up the screen here with Dell. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
at the 43-yard line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Oh, boy, they got to be careful there. That was dangerously close to a safety and 2 points for the defense. But they do get it at the 1. 2nd and 11. Now it's Harris. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Now Russ. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19. On first down, Wilson. He's going to tuck it and go. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Texans have it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ballgame is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Dell motioning over. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. Stroud. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.